How's it going, YouTube? Figured I'd make a video on my experience of reception at Fort Jackson for basic training. So I left my home airport about 06:30 and got to Columbia at about 2100. And let me say this: make sure you're gonna get meal tickets when you travel. Make sure you eat at the airport where you're coming from if you're fortunate enough to travel by a plane. Make sure you eat prior to getting to Columbia because there's not going to be anything open. There's not going to be any food. I was told by my sergeant and all that stuff that you don't have to report till midnight and there's going to be restaurants open and all this stuff, and nothing was open. So I didn't eat. I saved up my more valuable meal ticket for the airport at Columbia, but I didn't use it. I was hungry. We'll get into that later. But checked in at about 9, and then you're going to meet your drill sergeants you're going to meet drill sergeants for the first time when you get to Columbia. They're going to be standing there, and you're going to sign in and then wait around, and you're going to wait for a spot on a bus to take you to Fort Jackson. And you're going to about a 30-45 minute bus ride to Fort Jackson. And you're going to get there at reception, and drill sergeant's going to jump on the bus and say you've got an X amount of time to get off, and he wants you lined up in a certain way. It's basically an impossible task, and even if you did it right, you'd still be doing push-ups. But at this time it was about 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. You get off the bus, do about 20 to 40 push-ups, whatever they're feeling, and then it begins. You walk through the doors of reception, and you sit on wooden benches that you're going to get real acquainted with the next few days, like real acquainted with. And, you sit there for X amount of time. It's just waiting. Reception is a giant waiting game. I mean, I watched videos prior to going to reception, and people said it was terrible and it was boring. I mean, I was so tired, I just spaced out the whole time. Because, so at this time it was about 1 something in the morning. And you're going to fill out paperwork and do contraband check. I think that's all we did the first night. And then it's about 3 or 4 in the morning, and you thought you were going to get to go to bed. And they even walked us all the way over to the barracks because I think they were actually going to put us to bed. We were the only group that actually didn't go to sleep. Some groups actually got to go to bed. It all depended on what the luck of the draw, but we drew the short stick. So we didn't get to go to bed that night. And we came back in and started getting our, you're going to get like a laundry bag, your laundry bag that you're going to have forever. But you start throwing your clothes in there, and then we got our PTs issued that first night. That was the first thing we did after all the paperwork and contraband. And then we went and lined up for breakfast. Eating breakfast chow at reception is horrible. Like, the food is pretty decent, actually. But waiting, for breakfast chow especially, you're going to wait at least an hour to an hour and a half to eat. It's just how it is. It's really not a efficient DFAC they have there. But, so after breakfast chow, your in processing starts. I mean, there's so many different things of paperwork you do. I mean, you're going to do paperwork in all different sections. You're going to be sitting on wooden benches, and, there's so much paperwork I can't even tell you. You're going to be, so it'd be, Tuesday that day? But you got to also remember that groups get there for arrive, basically, I think Monday through Wednesday they arrive. People will be arriving. So I got there Monday, so everyone's on a different time schedule and a different order. You're going to do it all in different orders, but you're going to just fill out lots of paperwork. Day 2, we got haircuts, actually, or haircuts, you can call it a haircut. They chop it off your head in about 20 seconds. And then that's basically all we did. We just sat. The first day was pretty chill, just paperwork and haircuts, I believe. And then we went to bed finally that night. They let us go to bed at 7 o'clock. It was kind of nice. And we got up next morning. Oh, you can you can have your phone and stuff too. You can't have it in reception with you, but you can have it in your wall locker. Use it at night. I used it every night. But yeah, it was nice. But then day 2, so Wednesday, we got blood tests taken. We did our all of our medical was that day. We did our like dental and our blood test and vision here. Like basically, you do kind of what you did at MEPS all over again. But we never had to take a urinalysis, so I don't know about that. There, we never had to take one, but that was basically all of Wednesday was medical stuff, and then Thursday was. Actually, Wednesday we went to the PX too. They let us go to like the little shopette thing and buy all the stuff we need for basic, like running. You have to buy the running shoes. They're shitty as hell, but I was lucky. I got Asics. It's luck of the draw. I think they had Asics, Brooks, and New Balance, I believe. And it's just luck of the draw what you get. And I got Asics. I got pretty lucky, but I love Asics. But yeah, that was all of that day. And then Thursday was ACU issue and boots. So you're going to get your boots. Yeah, they suck, but it is what it is. You're going to get 2 pairs for me. We got 2 pairs of summer boots and 1 pair of winter boots. And ACUs and all that stuff, it takes about forever. Forever. You're going to be there all day. You're just getting clothing. And then, we did that in the afternoon. Thursday morning, and the first thing we did that morning was we got our shots. That was the very first thing we did. After breakfast chow, we lined up and got the gauntlet of shots. I think I got 5. Yeah, 5 shots. But they determine that from your blood test from the day prior. So everyone gets a different shot. You just hold a piece of paper in front of you, and they just start sticking you. You just walk in a line, and they look at the paper and then stick you. So... we didn't have to get the peanut butter shot though. We didn't have to get that. We got we took like some pills instead. But kind of glad about that. Excuse me. And then after shots, we started getting our uniforms issued. Sorry, got off topic there. But yeah, started doing that. That took about all day, and then we got our uniforms and we got our camelbacks, all that stuff. Was Thursday, and then think that was it. And then and then Thursday evening you have to pack your duffels because you're gonna get 2 duffel bags. You're gonna get duffel bags and all that good stuff, and they're gonna have you pack 2. Maybe it's 1. It's 1 or 2 duffels, but you have to pack. No, it's 2 duffels. Sorry. But you're going to pack 2 duffels, and then you're going to have your laundry bag. And they're going to tell you what they want in each. I don't remember what they want in each, but you got to pack them, and you got to lock them, and set them out for Friday morning. Because Friday morning after breakfast chow, you're going to just hang out until 10, 11. And then your actual drill sergeants are going to come and pick you up from your actual company on buses. And then you're going to load up the duffels in the trucks. And I actually had that duty. It was terrible because it sucked. But you're gonna load them up, and then you're gonna load up on the buses, and you're gonna have and all through reception, you're not gonna be called by your last name. You're gonna have a number, like a roster number, and that's gonna be your name until the end of reception. So, yeah, just so you know that. And then you load up on the buses, and they're gonna have you put your face in your. I think it was in my laundry bag, and I was peeking out the window the whole time. Didn't get caught, but right over there, and then it's gonna all begin. You're gonna get off the bus, just like you've seen in the movies. Get off my bus, and it begins. But reception overall. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. It was slow. It was like a really slow week, but it technically counts towards your time there at basic. So think about that. But it was slow. It was boring, but it wasn't. I was so tired the whole time. I would just space out. Oh, just don't get caught sleeping either at reception. A lot of people, you're even learn even through basic. People just don't have discipline at all, and there's some people who just don't care. and that was probably the biggest frustration about basic. But even still, frustration. But just don't sleep. Don't get caught sleeping. Enjoy it, because once you get to basic, it's a lot better at basic. Hate to say that, but it is better than reception. But yeah, so that's about it. If you got any questions or comments, just put them in the comment section. Appreciate it. Thanks for watching.